Hi, I'm Jack, founder of PC36, and I'm here to help you with your PC worries. In this video, we'll go through some common problems and how to troubleshoot them so that you can get up and running ASAP. The first thing to do in case of any PC problem is to reboot the PC if you can. You should also think about this question: what has changed since this problem started? For example, a problem might have started after you installed a certain app, installed some new hardware, or plugged a new device in. But with that said, here are some of the most common problems we've seen in the PC industry. One of these problems is hearing a high-pitched noise coming from the PC. This is most likely to be a phenomenon called coil whine or inductor whine. It's a vibration in some of the copper elements of your PC parts. Whilst it can be annoying, it's not harmful at all. Usually this sound will lessen over time as your system gets used. In some cases, it can be caused by certain electrical outlets in your home, and in fact, some homes' electrical wiring will cause coil whine in any PC you connect to it. However, if you find it unbearable, drop us a message or email and we'll see what we can do. The most common parts for coil whine are your graphics card and your power supply. The second common problem that we see is simply no power. This means that when you press the power button, nothing happens at all. No fan spinning, no lights, nothing. First thing to check here is our connections. Make sure your mains outlet is on, and even try another mains outlet altogether. Check that the cable is properly seated in the power supply and that the switch is set to the 1 position rather than the 0 position. If after this you still have no luck, take a look inside the PC and see if any cables have come loose. I'd be looking specifically in the bottom right corner of the motherboard for the power switch cable and to the center right of the motherboard for the 24-pin ATX cable. If after doing all this, still nothing, drop us a message or email us and we'll get it sorted. Our third common problem is no display, no picture popping up on the screen, i.e. a black screen. This is fairly common but has a simple solution. Firstly, check that your display cable such as HDMI or DisplayPort is connected properly. It should be hooked up to the graphics card here, down below, and not at the motherboard up here, unless your PC does not contain a graphics card. In that case, that's fine, connect it to your motherboard. After that, check that your monitor is set to the correct source. If you've hooked up the DisplayPort cable, make sure the source on your monitor is set to DisplayPort. Next, you should try a different cable because they can sometimes be faulty or not suitable. You'd be surprised how many times a dodgy display cable can be the problem. This is especially common if you experience random flashes to black on your monitor. Finally, you can try connecting the PC to a different screen or TV altogether, and indeed try connecting a different device to your monitor and then you'll be able to find out which one is at fault. If after all this, still no picture, drop us a message or email us, and again, we'll get it sorted for you. Our fourth problem is to do with lag, or excessive latency as it's properly called. This can ruin online gaming because it causes jittery behavior, rubber banding, and other problems. Lag is normally caused by your home network and not the PC, but we can check a few things first. If you're using Ethernet, that is wired internet, try a different cable, or try Wi-Fi. If you're on Wi-Fi, make sure your antenna is connected as per the setup guide video. Failing that, you could try an Ethernet cable if it's feasible. Most home network problems are actually less about the speed, but more about congestion. If your home has lots of people in it, all using multiple Wi-Fi devices, the network can get clogged up, causing lag. You might be able to help the situation by using devices such as power line adapters or invest in a fancy mesh Wi-Fi router, but in some cases it just can't be helped. Your best bet in general is to run an Ethernet cable for a direct wired connection. Slowdowns can sometimes be caused by low performance. This may be inevitable if you're running a graphically advanced game with entry-level hardware, in which case turning the settings and resolution down can help. Sometimes if you have lots of apps open, this can also cause a slowdown. One thing you can try is reinstalling your graphics driver, which you can do by downloading the file from the respective website. For example, Google search for NVIDIA drivers, Radeon drivers, or Intel Arc drivers depending on your graphics card, and just download the latest driver. Choose a clean installation where possible. There's often a checkbox for this when you open the driver file. You should also check that your monitor display cable is connected down here in your graphics card and not up here by your motherboard. Finally, many people have problems with specific applications or games. In most cases, if your PC runs all apps and games fine, but there's just one game or app that's not behaving, the problem is very likely to be the app or game and not the PC itself. In this case, you're obviously welcome to contact us for support, but we may only be able to offer limited help if it's a specific app that is causing the problem. I really hope these videos have been helpful to you. If you've got any further suggestions or tips, drop a comment below. And thanks once again for shopping with PC36.